Hello. With the increase in life expectancy, we know that we have a lot of aging population in our society now. We have aging population, but at the same time, it is a very comforting thought that many of the elderly are very active socially in their professions, etc. So, how do we handle old age? We know that the division, the branch of medicine that deals with elderly is known as geriatrics, and geriatrics is really booming nowadays because we have a lot of elderly population. So, in elderly, one must understand it's an inevitable progression, and we know that changes occur in almost all the organs, including heart, lung. The lung capacity decreases, the heart muscle thickens, so the compliance or the filling of the heart becomes inadequate. There is some inadequacy in the blood flow, there is more chance of heart attacks, the lung capacity goes down, so people cannot exert more, the oxygenation becomes improper, the respiratory muscles may become weak, the digestive system is also equally affected. The whole process of digestion slows down, the movement of the gut slows down, there's more risk of acid reflux causing a lot of heartburn. Then there can be constipation. Then there is something known as outpouching of the gut lining, which is known as diverticula, which is more common in elderly. Even the chances for having a large intestinal cancer in more in elderly. Similarly, there are some changes that happen in the muscles and the bones. We know that muscles get weakened after 40. Nearly the weakening happens at the rate of 15% with each year. And similarly, there is osteoporosis, that is weakening of the bone. And we know that the final nail in the coffin is mostly a fracture, either neck of femur, that is the thigh bone gets fractured, or the spinal vertebrae get fractured, and that is the final nail in the coffin for many elderly. And there are changes which happen everywhere, but there are certain changes that we can bring about in our lifestyle in order to make old age healthy and keep yourself productive. First and foremost is diet. We know that one should not choose a food item based on its taste value alone or gustatory value alone. What it contains is the most important part. So, proteins are the most important ingredient when we consider a diet for elderly, because we know the muscles are deteriorating. Similarly, the bone health is deteriorating, so we need a high protein diet, which we know that milk and milk products, fish and meat, and pulses, etc., should be abundantly included in the food. Go low on sugars, more carbohydrates, etc., because as we know, the lifestyle diseases, diabetes, hypertension are on a rise in the elderly. If we want to maintain the health of the bones, the muscles, the lungs, and exercise is a must. There are 2 to 3 types of. One is the muscle strengthening exercises that are important in elderly. We think that it's important only for young ones to get more prominent muscles, etc. But in elderly, it's equally important. We need to maintain the muscle strength, especially the upper body. And lower body strength is also important, because as if you don't have a lower body strength, falls will be more frequent. So, and similarly, we should go on to some balance maintaining, stabilizing exercises like some asanas in yoga, which help you, have more stability while you stand, while you get down the stairs. Getting down the stairs requires more stability, more balancing than getting up. So, getting down the stairs is a good exercise by way of improving your balancing capacity. Similarly, aerobic exercise of not less than 30 minutes, not less than 5 days a week. And you can have a moderate intensity exercise if you are in good cardiac health or your heart health is okay. The doctor has not asked you to slow down, then you can definitely take on a moderate to severe exercise also. Similarly, now the third thing is We know that like the other parts of the body, brain also gets affected. There is some reduction in the volume, there's some reduction in the blood flow, there's some reduction, shrinkage of particularly some parts of the brain. But having said that, we see that all the faculties of the brain do not slow down in every individual. Of course, there are some individuals who get demented, who have balancing issues, who get frequent falls, Parkinsonism. Of course, all that is there. But there are a lot of people who retain their functional capacity, their intellectual capabilities, their desire to work, and their work efficiency. So that is a very heartwarming news to all of us. So stay active, take a proper diet, keep healthy, keep active, and definitely we can have a very healthy old age. After all, age is just a number. We know that it is a more of a socio political compulsion to keep a retirement age like 60 years or 65 years or 55 years. We see that many people retain their capabilities, the functional capabilities and their efficiency even after that. So let us be the latter population where age is just a number. Thank you.